I am Matt. It's your boy Blacksby, and today we're talking about something that is near and dear to this team's heart.
Oh,
Minecraft movie, as well as Daredevil Born Again. You know,
a lot of Matt.
Man, just run the intro, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Cinestro called the cast. It's your weekly gold mine. Stay tuned in. Stay tuned in. They got the beats, got those comic spins. I stay tuned in. Stay tuned.
And go. Yeah. Today we're talking about some bullshit, honestly, truly. We're talking about a Minecraft movie, which means there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more dog
Thank
shit.
God.
Thank God and Lord.
Honestly,
Jesus
cinema
Almighty,
has
need
never been more back.
No, outshallah that. Outshallah.
Ouch.
No, I don't want it.
Pay their rent,
I
dude.
don't
We
want
need movies like this.
Who said they need to pay rent?
Think of all the
I need
think of
to
all
pay
the
rent.
hungry millionaires on this poster that need to pay their yachts.
Damn, man, I didn't know you were so fucking pretentious, bro. I thought you loved cinema.
I love cinema. This is not it. This is an affront to filmmaking.
I disagree.
Actually, you know what? I'm being a little too harsh.
harder.
I'm being a little too harsh because I do recall we watched a certain string of movies, Craven the Hunter, Megalopolis.
Yeah.
Those are an affront to cinema.
Yeah.
Those
I
are
watched Borderlands.
I watched
right?
Freaky
The bar
Tales,
is
dude.
already pretty low.
That shit was ass.
Morbius, bro. Like people, there's some legit films where people need to be tried at the Hague. This is not that film.
A movie with Ben Mendelsohn and Pedro Pascal was more dog shit than this movie. I need you to understand that.
Is that
A
the
movie
bubble?
with Giancarlo Esposito was more ass than this.
Which one is that?
I'm talking about
Disagree.
Freaky Tales.
Disagree. You racist piece of shit.
Megalopolis?
No, he's talking
Megalopolis
about
was worse
Captain
than this.
America.
I'm talking
No,
about
he's talking
Freaky
about
Tales.
I'm talking about Megalopolis.
Oh, yeah.
John Carlos in
Megalopolis
that?
is yeah.
I
He was
forgot.
the mayor.
Yeah, they had half the fucking Academy Award nominees in that thing.
It was like Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, but shit.
Yeah. But you know what isn't
Christopher
shit?
Nolan's Odyssey.
You know what
A
isn't shit?
Minecraft movie.
Minecraft
mid-craft
movie, baby.
You know what I think would be a great way for us to review this is if we first start off with our ratings.
You go first with your first memory of Minecraft as a baby.
And then-
No,
and
I
then-
think that's a good idea, AZ. I think everyone should rate it right
Yeah,
off the
start
rip,
with your
and then we can discuss it.
rating.
Off-
Since
off-
you suggested you start at the top, what's your rating?
off rip, I was expecting a 2, but I gotta give this like a 6.5 because I had fun.
6.5, bro.
6
It's a little high, but
6.5.
I disagree.
why.
That might be a
I'll
little
explain
low.
place.
I'll explain why.
I disagree.
Fuck you, soundboard guy. All right, look, it's the double tap.
I can't hear it. What's he playing?
Matt, stop.
All right,
I couldn't hear it. What did he play?
You give it.
He said,
bro.
brother, this guy stinks.
Why is it
Broke.
repeating?
He
bro?
just kept
No,
on
he did it
It's
on
only
purpose.
supposed to do it one
Oh,
time.
it's broken. It's
Anyway.
broken. Yeah, right, bitch.
fucking
This
sky.
is like the
fucking
first day.
Matt's
Hey,
sense
Hey,
of childlike
the
joy
first
and
day.
whimsy.
This is the first day the soundboard back, man. It's been gone.
All right, Matt, since you got a lot of shit to talk, what do you rate this off, Rip? Since you seem to be the most negative Nancy.
This movie maximum of 3 to me.
A 3?
3, maybe a generous 4. That's as high as I'll
That's
go.
crazy.
All right, we'll
That's
get
crazy.
into it. We'll get into it later.
And I have my reasons.
Gerardo?
I don't know what you
This
got.
is like a 5.5, 6. It's not good. It's not
Thank
well
you.
written, but
Thank you.
it's fucking fun.
No,
It made me laugh multiple times. Jason Momoa is hamming it the fuck up. He's having a good time. It's like a prolonged SNL skit for him. Jack Black, Zionist piece of shit. Fuck him. He's fucking fun. I like him. Everybody
No.
else, solid. No
Yeah.
one's bad. No one's bad in this movie.
Well, no.
No
All
one's
right,
bad.
John. Y'all ready
Two
for
Yeah,
people
this?
let
are
me
bad.
go.
Get into it.
It's a 7.
Jesus Christ, what is happening today?
Bro, the scroll replacement
It's a 7.
theory has never held.
It's
more
a 7.
creative. This is what?
It's a
Life
7.
model decoy right
bro,
now on the screen.
This shit. Was this
This
movie
life model
good? Is this
decoy.
movie good?
No. 7?
But It's a good fucking time. It's fun, bro.
No.
It's funny as shit. It's fun.
This is how
The
serious. I'm
actors
taking
are-
the shades off.
The
This
actors
is how
are good.
serious
I
this
had a
is.
The
good
actors are
time.
clearly having a great time.
Yeah, they're having a great time. I'm having a great time. I laughed at their stupid jokes. I thought it didn't look that terrible. I thought it kind of looked
I
like
thought it looked terrible.
I thought the animation and the CGI looked pretty good.
It was serviceable for what it was.
And I
We
got.
watched two different.
I love the
movies.
Tobuscus.
Yeah, it wasn't
references.
supposed to be. Shut the fuck up. It wasn't supposed to be realistic.
Yeah,
It's
it's
supposed to look like a cartoon, and it looked good.
okay, Matt. What did you hate about it? Because you're the odd one out.
Let's pull up the review.
I saw it already. I read it out loud to Gerardo.
Thank
And
you.
I disagreed.
I appreciate it.
It's
Check
I
out
have
the
to
review.
review this.
All right, read it.
Letter
Read
from
it, Matt.
Matthew.
Read it.
Whenever
Read it
you
out.
whenever you say a period, I want you to stop so I can disagree with you. Okay.
Uh-huh.
No.
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 2.5 stars.
Damn.
Total slop with boo boo.
Total slop with boo-boo acting. CGI is jarring at times. A little fun with a couple chuckles here and there. Overall, a bad film.
Bad film.
Jack Black not beating the washed allegations. True. Jason. Now here's my positive take. Jason Momoa and Danielle Brooks need to cuss their agents out because they're good actors who are in dog shit.
I disagree. Jason Momoa is a bad actor. He's good in this because he found something that works.
It's
He's
silly
bad in-
and he's
Yeah.
He's bad in literally everything else he's been in, except
Whoa,
this
whoa,
and
whoa.
Game of Thrones.
He's great in Dune.
Also,
Okay,
Great
yeah,
in
and
Dune.
Dune.
see
He's
the Apple
great in
TV
Dune.
show. Apparently, he's great in that.
Also, here's the
I've seen
end.
it.
Here's the ending of that
I've
review.
Okay.
I know this is supposed to be a quote unquote kids movie, but kids deserve good movies too. Just because they're kids does not mean we need to feed them garbage, man. And that was a
Hey.
reference to fucking whoever it was who kept saying man in that fucking film.
My boy Gary the Garbage Man, dude.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Gargar.
supposed-
That's Gargar, baby.
It's
Yeah,
Gargar,
Gary-
bro.
Gear.
Gargar.
Look,
No,
look,
no.
hey,
No,
to-
no.
look, to get into the review part of it,
Mhm.
to add on to what Matt's saying, yes, there are good kids movies, right? You have Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, you have
Iron
Wild
Giant.
Robot,
Princess Mononoke.
Iron Giant,
any
Princess
Studio
Mononoke.
Ghibli shit. Yes, we
right?
know.
Any Studio Ghibli film, right? All good.
Mhm.
Great.
Is this of that caliber?
No.
God, no. But I knew that going into it. All right, movie is the equivalent of like going to a pretty okay party at the club. The
Mhm.
club gets shot up and you have to leave, but you still had fun.
No.
There's
That's a
I
negative-
listened.
There's a difference between Princess Mononoke, a Minecraft movie, and the fucking Emoji movie.
Yes,
There's-
this
there's
is that
the what?
fine middle
There's
line.
a spectrum. There's
That's
a
a real
spectrum.
thing.
This is the middle. This
Would
is
you
the
rather
middle.
watch this
Toronto's perfectly
or that
exact
movie
middle.
Sneaks?
What is that?
The one
movie
they're doing
about-
like sentient
That movie
shoes.
about sneakers whose animation is dog shit. Horrific.
It looks like a long form Nike commercial.
Not even Nike would make a better commercial.
Looks like
than
a
that.
glove.
Adidas commercial.
But Matt, look, here's the thing. I heard this podcaster. I heard this podcaster say
Show
this.
Fuck
called
this podcaster.
Sneaks.
Listen, I heard this podcast say this, and I agree completely. I think it's the perfect way to encapsulate how I felt about this movie. This movie is a good no, but it gave children were excited, and it gave them a movie going experience, and it'll encourage them and motivate them to seek movies out in the theaters in the future, and that is only a net positive. Think about this, like when we were growing up and we were watching those Marvel movies, what those movies meant to us and what
They
those
were good.
experiences a lot of people disagree. A lot
of people
Thor is
can
not
kiss
good.
my ass.
Matt,
Because-
you
Sure,
realize-
exactly. But because you
Yeah.
have an emotional connection to those stories and to those characters, and that you came across them in a very important time in your life. This is the same thing for
Cannot
kids
put-
who are growing up with this movie.
You
For
cannot
you,
put
you
a
have-
Minecraft movie in any of the Raimi Spider-Mans or any
But
fucking-
Matt, that's
Daredevil.
You
have-
can
Daredevil 2003 is poo poo caca, and it's still way better than this.
But
That
no,
shit looks
If
like, that shit
anything,
looks like
if
Doom
anything, you're
compared to this.
disproving your point because Daredevil can absolutely be compared to this movie. It's got bad CGI. It's got some weird fucking acting. It's got some stupid scenes that don't work. but we
It's
love it
drivel writing
because
too.
it
It's
means a
way
lot
better.
to us.
It's way better than this film.
Because you have
This
an
movie
emotional
is
connection to it,
And this
man.
Matt.
movie is cheeks. And this
Matt,
movie is ass.
The last time
And
I
this
played,
movie is
the last time,
buttocks.
look,
And this movie is rear end. And this movie
it's
is
not
every other
that bad.
hole
It's
in a
really
nothing
not
but
that
butt.
One more
bad.
synonym for ass. Go.
Okay, keep
Now-
going. Keep
now-
going. What else did
now-
you dislike? What else?
It is. I will say, it is a fun film. But
There
I'm
you go.
not gonna let it go. I'm not gonna go past that because it's everything else took me out of the film, bro. Like
What
you
else?
said, Jack Black, let that nigga stick with Kung Fu Panda 6, 7, 8, and 9, or whatever the hell else comes out, bro.
This is better than Kung Fu
Don't,
Panda.
I thought
don't
he
do
was
that
good,
shit
bro.
no
This is
more.
better than
I
Jordan.
thought
Don't
he
do
was
this shit
good,
no
bro.
more.
It
No.
really-
Jack Black reunite with Tenacious D. Fucking apologize to Kyle Gass. Stop being a Zionist bitch. Make Minecraft movie.
You tell me you didn't like when
No.
Jack
Yeah.
Black.
I don't
Jack
want to
Black
see
started
two
singing
minds
in
to
this movie.
craft.
I
No.
do.
I don't
Okay,
want to see
I
two
did- that
minds
did
to
something
craft,
for
bro.
me.
I
As a
want to see.
Tenacious D
I want to
fan-
see a
Nothing for
Minecraft
me.
movie, Hunger Games adaptation.
Oh yeah,
Jesus Christ.
that game was funny.
Those,
Jesus Christ.
Those videos were awesome. Yeah.
I want to see a Minecraft
Look.
movie, Skyblock adaptation.
Matter of fact, okay, look, to me, this movie, going to go see it, I saw it by myself because none of my friends wanted to go. I don't blame them,
Ramos.
right?
Yeah.
But I made sure
They
to
know
go
this
for
shit
the
voodoo.
late. I went for the latest showing possible. I went for like a 10:30 showing because I wanted to hide my secret shame, but I also didn't want to like see this around a bunch of screaming children. I wanted to just absorb this film in
The
its entirety,
youths.
right? I got to the theater, and when I scanned my ticket and I showed it to the guy at the stub station, he was sitting next to his buddy, and he ripped my ticket, and he was about to point to the theater, and then he saw what movie I was going to go see, and he showed it to his friend, and these two white teenagers started laughing at me.
Oh, we got shamed by our bartender. at
Yeah,
the movie
bartender
theater as well.
bullied us.
Adam, shout out Adam.
Shout out Adam. Fuck you.
And then I got into the theater, and the theater was empty except for like 3 seats all the way up top where these 3 teenage girls were sitting. And they see me and my old geriatric 68-year-old ass walking in by myself, and they were shooting me a look that was like, "Yo, so it's like his wife and like son, or like his friends gonna follow, or is it just him?"
No,
Like,
bitch,
what's
just
that?
me.
Let's go. No, just me, grown ass man. And guess what I did when I watched this movie? I had a good time. I
Yeah.
laughed so many times to where the girls in the back were genuinely confused because
Yeah,
when
me and
he
Luce
started-
were
Cracking up.
loud
Wait.
laughing.
I saw this like stone cold sober, and I've seen so many memes from this movie to where when he started doing certain things, I was cracking up laughing. Like when he started singing the Lava Chicken song, I was dying.
He said,
I thought
he said,
that was
as
the
he
funniest
said,
thing.
as written, as the prophecy
That's
foretold.
the
It's
TikTok
here.
foretold. And it was just so
No.
funny
This
because there's
movie's an
points in this
experience,
movie.
and
there's-
everyone
there's-
should experience it.
I wish I
I
did
genuinely think
experience it.
so. I agree with Gerardo. I think this movie is genuinely, it's not well written, right? Danielle Brooks and Jason Momoa are 2 actors that I think are genuinely in much better things and have much better range than just this, right? Jack Black, he's right where he needs to be. I hope he never works again. And then the 2 other actors, I think it's mostly their dialogue, but I just don't think they're very good actors, at least. 'cause
Dang,
a
not
lot
too
of
much.
the
Not
was-
too much
Not
on
too
his
much
wife.
Yeah, not too much on my goat Emma Myers.
Their
Like
their
Justin
their, their
Bieber.
line deliveries were not the best. I think they were very first.
Their
take
script
ass.
was ass. It's not their fault.
The script was so
really,
butt.
it was a lot of the material was not
It was
good.
And
so
don't make fun of the
cheap.
little kid. He has a speech impediment. It's not
Yeah,
his fault.
you ableist piece of
He's
shit.
just a baby.
My fault. I didn't know this was a fucking ambush. Jesus, but
yeah,
look, there's great parts of this movie, and I think one of the highlights of it, aside from it looking like pretty okay, Dennis, the little like wolf dog, looks fucking
love
horrifying.
Dennis.
I don't
I
like
love him.
the
I
blocky
love
weird
him.
texture where he looks like a fucking German shepherd with scoliosis. I don't like that. It freaks me out. It fucking freaks me out. The villagers are goddamn nightmare fuel.
They're beautiful.
And then I think the creepers look pretty okay. The fucking there was one thing that looked actually kind of kick ass, and I rocked with it. The golems, dude. The iron golems look fucking sick.
They're hard.
I actually thought those were kind of hard, dude. I thought those were great. And the best comedic acting in this is from Jennifer Coolidge, who's in it for like a total of like 2 minutes, but she's great.
Yeah, it cuts their story, and
Here,
I never
here's my
complained about it.
here are my thoughts on it, Matt. I think I think this movie was better than it needed to be. Right.
Mhm.
I think for what it's worth, I mean, we could get really into like into specifics of like good children's movie and what dictates good art and bad art and whatever. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's like all subjective, and I just think there's something really neat about like kids. This game is 15 years old. It came out in what, 2010?
2010, yeah.
2000, right, somewhere around there.
2009, 10,
2009, 2010, somewhere around there. So it's like this game has impacted multiple generations, and it's very important for lots of kids, teenagers, and even young adults. And it's like, I don't know. I just think there's something. They're just, I don't know, dude. I just think the fact that it's just a silly, stupid, dumb movie that makes you laugh, that has some music, that is kind of fun, that is super brisk and fast paced. It gets you in, it gets you out. It doesn't take a lot of time explaining shit, and just kind of goofy. And people has references, and people are like, "I get that. That's funny. Ha ha. This is a good time." Like, why is that?
For the mind.
He yearned for the mind. That
it
shit
is
was funny,
weirdly
bro.
consistent with pacing and tone, which it doesn't have to be because it's the Minecraft movie.
Yeah,
but it's weirdly it's weirdly fun.
I think it's
a
the best.
good
I think
time.
it's the best version.
Talk about
It's
Daredevil.
the best version of what it could have been. This could
Yeah,
have
I'll
been,
say that it
it's
could have
gonna
been
be-
really bad.
it could have been
It could have been
horrific
really bad.
and atrocious.
It's genuinely a shitty theme park with a really great roller coaster.
But I think, Matt, I think why
Genuine.
we disagree. I think this is one of the things that we've disagreed on the most. But I think what's so interesting about that is that it kind of dictates what we want and don't want from our art, or what we're okay or not okay with giving a pass in regards to films, right? And so it's just so interesting to see where we stand on that, right? And what we expect and what we want from certain types of movies. And I don't know, I guess I went in with such low expectations that I was just like, this is
Shocked by how
this
It's
is
not
not as
really
bad as
fun.
I thought it was gonna be. Yeah.
I also think that there's a lot, like I was really into Minecraft when I was a kid.
We can tell.
And I have parentheses derogatory at the end.
Gerardo was
My
also.
fault.
I still love Minecraft.
Hey, I got it right here. I got it up on the game.
I
now,
haven't
bro.
played Minecraft in about 3 or 4 years because I would always just go to the mines, get diamonds, and then die due to fall damage because I'm a dumbass and lose all my
Why?
stuff, get mad, and then uninstall it. It was a cycle,
That's
so I
fair.
just never got it back. But
The real niggas
as
building
someone who
carts
was,
and
like,
going
really-
around the freaking map doing random shit. That was me.
as someone who was like really like knowledgeable on a lot of Minecraft stuff, like when he had the creeper farm, right? And Jason Momoa's character is talking to Steve. It's like, what kind of idiot would breed these? I looked at myself, like I looked off to the side like fucking Jim from The Office, like there was a camera there. I was like, it's me. I'm the idiot. How else
Bro,
are you gonna
the
get
part-
gunpowder? It
the
doesn't
part-
grow
the
on trees.
part- where Jason Momoa is talking to the little kid at the end when he saves him, spoiler alert, and he asks, and he's like, stab the tentacles so you can spit fireballs. And the kid asks, how do you know that? And he says, don't ask. That shit was funny as fuck, man. That made
got
me
me.
laugh out loud. I don't know. It's just,
And
I don't know.
there's also like more heartfelt moments. Like a long time ago, I believe maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, for any of our audio listeners or any people watching this, if you're watching this on YouTube, you probably know it. Technoblade was a very prominent Minecraft creator, so much so that the actual like developers of Minecraft like love him, right? And sadly, he passed from cancer a couple years back, and it was a very heartfelt loss. And like still to this day, like his dad updates like little old school clips and stuff, or like little screenshots of them hanging out on the channel. It's very sweet. And because he's such a big part of the Minecraft community and pretty much gaming as a whole, there is a beautiful
homage
tribute to him and or beautiful homage to him in this movie, where they're walking through the town with Steve, and there's a pig with a little cape and a crown, and the little boy Hunter is like, "What's up with that pig?
Hunter.
Is he a king?"
Isn't it?
Henry.
Henry.
Henry's with an H. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Hunter.
AC watching on them sites again.
No, I watched this in theaters. I genuinely saw this in theaters. I paid money.
Those
to
alleged
watch
sites.
He saw the Chinese version where they changed it to
But-
Hunter.
But they're walking through with
Not that Jack.
it's gotta be racist. But they're walking through the town and they see the pig with the crown and the cape, which is famously Technoblade's avatar in the Minecraft games. And he's like, what's up with that pig? Is he a king? And Jack Black's like, no, he's a legend. And the pig like nods and he walks.
That
off
was sweet. That was very sweet.
I got an awe out of me. It got a genuine tear. I shed a tear in public where niggas could see me at the Minecraft movie.
I also will say this about Gerardo had mentioned it, but I do think it's such an important part to like to the why this movie worked for me is that all the actors knew what film they were making, what they were in.
They played it straight.
No, but everybody was no, they weren't. They were playing it.
Yeah, they were having
they were having a good time. Jason Momoa was
that's kind of what I mean. Like, they know what level they're on. Yeah.
Jack Black was, and even Danielle Brooks, I think. She wasn't given a lot to do, but I think she was just kind of like, yeah, whatever. We're just here for a good time. Let's I'm hanging out with Jack Black and Jason Momoa and just
was playing a goofier version of Aquaman. That's all it was.
But it worked. It worked for him.
It was just him being goofy as hell with a pink.
I will not stand for you
Trans Am.
slandering my fucking goat.
I genuinely don't. It gave me more of like. Do worse than slander. This is a weird comparison.
I'll even do libel.
Nah, I don't know if y'all seen the Angry Birds movie, but the Mighty Eagle. I was like,
I don't watch bullshit.
No.
Okay.
Well,
anyway,
Jason
Momoa's
watch bullshit regularly.
Jason Momoa's character, I did find fun though.
I just watched this film.
Jason Momoa's character is actually based off of a real dude that was also parodied in a regular show. The regular show's name is Garrett Bobby Ferguson, but I forgot what his actual name is. But he's this guy in real life that's like a Donkey Kong champion. And he, Billy Mitchell's the name.
Been living off of it.
Yeah, Billy Mitchell is just a tremendous piece of shit. Like he sucks ass, right?
He's awesome.
And Jason Momoa's kind of playing a parody of him. And because I got that little non-reference, I was like, that's fun. That's fun. I also think they make a good use of like the crafting. That's fun. That's a fun thing to see. It's kind of stupid when you see him just like walking or running around. You see them going,
yeah, I thought that worked. I was like, this is
but I thought it worked.
Stupid, but it's just like, you know what? Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
and also, of course, the little autistic kid understands how to craft just immediately, and no one else does.
He's a genius.
Beautiful.
The kid is basically Tony Stark. There's a point at the beginning of the movie where he builds a jetpack. Like he's in like Podunk buttfuck Midwest Idaho, where the best reading level is like third grade level.
Using
right?
scraps,
and he takes a bunch of like butane tanks and shit, and he hooks it up to like an anatomy skeleton in the science class, and he makes like a relatively working jetpack, and until he does a 9/11 on like the town potato factory. But it's fun. The kid's like a little mini genius. I genuinely thought he killed his sister, and that's how the movie was going to go. I thought the roof was going to cave in. Also, speaking of fake out deaths, the funniest part of this movie to me was when they carpet bombed Jason Momoa. That made me laugh. That I laughed. I'm not ashamed to admit it. That was funny. That was pretty good. Because they're on the bridge and they're surrounded by the piglings, and they have like dynamite. The piglings are going to like blow the bridge. And I guess in order to give Steve and Henry time to get away, he's like, I'm going to sacrifice myself. But they're like 40 feet away on either side, and he could very easily, as a fit man, jump to that platform. So it's a really unnecessary sacrifice. But then when he sweeps it at the end, he's like,
it's like when I'm playing Helldivers and I fucking do the last sacrifice for no fucking reason and blow myself up. It's just for the bit, and it was beautiful. It's for the bit. He's like, I used Steve's water bucket trick to slow my fall. I was like, nah, bro, you got consumed by a fireball, dog. We're your 3rd-degree burns. And I was like, this is Minecraft water. He was in the water. Yeah, I forgot. Minecraft logic. It doesn't work. Come on, dude.
I also think the ending bit where I don't remember her name. I kept calling her Malboja, but that's a fucking spawn.
Madrigal or whatever the fuck. Marzonga.
General Chungus.
Mofongo.
But she has funny at the end where she's like, what is it?
Malgosha.
Malgosha. Yeah, Malgosha. So it's like weirdly close to the Spawn villain. But she has this funny bit that I genuinely thought was hilarious. Where
the knives?
Where with the knives? Where she's like, Steve, please come closer. I need to tell you something. He's like, you don't have like a tiny knife you're gonna stab me with, do you? He's like, no, I never, please. And she takes a swipe at him, and he's like, I knew it. Screw you. I'm
He
gone.
swats it. No, he swats it away twice. She does it twice, and then she picks it up and tries to do it a third time. And he just walks away.
The second knife that he already like. She's like, no, Steve, come back. I'm serious this time. I'm for realsies. Pinky swear. it's genuinely funny. And of
Great
course,
movie.
the greatest plot line in this movie is the through line of Jennifer Coolidge and her divorced husband. Because
Incredible.
world, a villager comes into the real world,
Nitwit.
and good old Jennifer Coolidge is driving her Jeep Grand Cherokee, as she says the full government name of every time, and she runs him over, and she's like, "How about we go to dinner?" And they go to dinner. They have like this romantic evening, right? And she's like, how about we go back to my place for dessert? And I'm like, oh, God, is she going to fuck it? Please tell me she's not going to fuck it.
I was like, hell yeah, lucky ass villager.
And at the very end, we get the payoff to that great plot line because one of my favorite comedic actors, Matthew Goddamn Berry. Matt Berry of What We Do in the Shadows.
That was Matt Berry. You didn't recognize his voice?
My boy Cogsworth, man.
My
boy Laszlo.
That bit also hilarious and made me laugh. He's like, all love has transcended the language barriers or whatever.
Our love has transcended even
human English, and she can speak villager or whatever.
And she just goes,
this is incredible. It's
so
stupid.
funny.
It's so stupid, but it works. It's funny.
Even when fucking Jason Momoa's character pulls up to the school, she recognizes him as like the hit fucking teen idol that he was in the 80s of like this garbage man, fucking video game champion. She's like, the garbage man. Well, you can bag me up and take me to the curb anytime, but you might have to double tap the lid because there could be a couple raccoons in there.
Great bit.
And Jason's response. He said, whoever divorced you is an idiot.
Yeah,
he's so good. So fucking good, dude.
And he says it, and he says,
whoever
divorced
you is an idiot.
And he puts his glasses on and drives out. And he says that without looking at her. It's so fucking good, man.
It's good. I might watch this movie again.
Yeah, I might have to watch it again.
It.
You know what? I'm talking myself into
watching
it again.
My ticket's free. I'm gonna go watch it again.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I might be with the generational hater that is Luis. This might be a 7.
I'm telling you, bro.
It is a 7 because you take it for what it is. You know it could have been much worse, and it exceeds your expectations phenomenally. It's not good. I want to preface that. It is no Dune. All right? It is no Wild Robot. It is no Spider-Verse. It is no genuinely good kids movie. But it is good. It's
man,
decent.
no one's saying it's good. It's just fun, bro.
It's decent.
That's why I said it's fun, but it's also shit.
Nah,
shit
that's
can still
worse,
be
bro.
fun.
I think Chicken Tales was worse.
Speaking of shit, what else are we talking about today?
Daredevil.
Megalopolis.
Oh wait, did we? Oh, we already rated. So yeah.
Yeah, we rated at the beginning.
Yeah.
So we're good. Anything else you want to add, Matt?
All I know is
bullshit.
I don't want to talk about this bullshit no more, but let's talk about the GOAT Bullseye.
You're autistic.
Oh,
like that.
stop. Boo.
Daredevil.
Bulls mid.
Bulls mid. Get out of here.
Bull's great. Devil's mid.
He's also balding.
Bullseye,
so therefore,
more like Bullseye.
therefore he's dog shit.
And this fucking this bigotry.
Ooh.
What bigotry? It's
Bullseye, more like Cool's Eye because of the cold color grading they put in this episode for all the shots. I thought were really cool. I like the blue.
Oh, the filmmaking was cool. The
cinematography was fucking insane. It was beautiful.
I don't know, man. I'm like,
I'm
on the fence. I'm on the fence with this episode. It's not horrible. It's not outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of there.
I think this was one of those.
Oh, go ahead.
Man, my internet crashed. My internet had crashed, so like my screen just went black. I think it's a good episode. I think this is kind of the antithesis of that one quote unquote filler episode with the bank robbery, right? Because this is one of those filler.
This is
But
it's the opposite of filler. It's all
But
exposition.
this one is one of those like filler kind of exposition what? Jesus Christ, my man.
Are you good?
I don't know.
You
This
showing
is one of
toes,
those.
dog? You good?
This is one of those.
That
like,
boy's stroking.
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna be able to finish this word.
Jorking
Expository
his shit.
heavy episodes that I feel like do a lot of good character work. In my opinion, I think this is a very good episode for that reason. I think it's good. I think it's good.
I like the second half better than I like the first half. I think the first
Oh,
half
1000%.
was kind of slow, kind of boring, and kind of dumb. I was like, what the fuck are we doing? When he gets to the gala with Fisk and his girlfriend.
Louis said he's tired of the therapy shit. Give me the
And
action.
Vanessa. When he gets to there, I was like, all right, we're cooking. And he's overhearing them talking. And Fisk is kind of figuring out that Vanessa did this bullshit. I'm like, all right,
Fisk
here we
didn't
go.
figure that out. That was Matt.
Sorry, when Matt figures it out, I'm like, okay, we're getting somewhere. Here we go. We're doing something. And when he gets shot, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And the filmmaking that was going behind like the bullseye and like you said, the changing of the lighting,
the lighting, ratio, the
color,
fucking fish
the
eye.
aspect
Where it goes like the
ratio,
world on fire. Oh my god. Beautiful.
See, there's really cool aspect. That's why it's so fucking frustrating that the show's fucking mid. And I'm just like, you guys have such cool elements here. You guys are doing really cool shit. This could be really cool.
I was telling Luis the fact that we didn't get a not like an opposite, but like a parallel of Dexter escaping prison the way Matt did in season 3 was such a missed opportunity to me. He just kind of just waltz out in the fucking.
I didn't even consider that. That actually is
bro spat his tooth in that man's eye, and it's like, all right, cool, I'm out.
That was fucking crazy.
He should have gone on a fucking rampage.
Yes. I was expecting more, and all of a sudden I see him in a guard costume. I was like, this
but
is
I feel like it works better with him escaping like kind of stealthily. Because think about it, right? If he made a big fuss, a big old noise, that would have immediately got back to Fisk.
It wasn't stealthily though. He killed everybody.
He killed like 3 people on his way out.
Killed all the people in the operating room, stole the guard uniform, and snuck out as a guard. People didn't go and check in that room. You're right. Until after the guy woke up. Right. So if he made a big noise and he was like Frank when he was in that hallway in season 2, right, in the prison, and he did all that, Fisk would have been alerted off rip, and he wouldn't have gotten a chance to take his vengeance for the job going wrong.
We should trade James Gandolfini's son for James Gandolfini. We should find a way to kill him and bring back his dad.
Full Metal Alchemist style rule of equivalence.
Yes. And it's not even equivalent. It's like giving a third for what is the whole James
upgraded exchange.
Every time that we see whatever his character, Daniel David, whatever the fuck his name is, I just sigh, and I'm like, I already know we're in for some bullshit. I already know. Like, I get what they're trying to do and show that how Fisk is like charismatic in the sense that people believe it's an obvious parallel to He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Yeah, that guy.
And that guy that we all love to hate and hate to see on our screens. It's an obvious parallel to that, but like they couldn't have picked somebody else. They could have written this a little bit better.
Anybody else could have done that role better.
Every time he's in the office with Fisk will literally be like, oh,
I know who you're gonna say, at least. I'd rather it be him too.
The guy from SNL.
The other Nepo baby.
The other Nepo baby. What's his name? Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, Cooper Hoffman.
You're right.
He
would have kill him too and bring back his dad.
But he would have been.
Holy shit.
But he would have been much better in that role than James Gandolfini.
He is genuinely a much better fit for the
much better actor. Yeah.
I think
every time he gets on the screen, he just starts glazing and sucking Fisk right off. And it pulls me right out of the show.
That isn't the problem.
And it's his line delivery is trash. And
the problem isn't that
he looks funny looking. And he's my fault. I'm just tired of it.
He was cooking.
He's a stain on this show, and we need to get the proverbial tide and take the stain out this damn TV show. I can't have this blemish on my record, bro. I'm sick of it.
I was just saying, the character isn't the problem. It's him. He can't sell it. You can't take him fucking seriously. He's horrible.
He has the charisma of a wet paper towel.
Fuck that. He has the charisma of an amoeba This
You're
dude,
right. Speaking
can't-
of the charisma of the wet paper towel, hearing Heather, Matt's girlfriend, in that therapy talk is bothering them.
Okay,
It's
okay.
triggering you.
So
It's
boring.
triggering
Like,
you.
you know, because
boring.
I genuinely feel the same way, and it wasn't until this episode where I was like, "Bitch, if you do not stop talking, I swear to God, I will pray. I will pray that Dexter doesn't."
She said, I shot him. That means I'm better than Daredevil. Fuck Daredevil.
Like
Pussy
the
ass
fact-
little dick
she's
ass
saying-
boy.
No,
She's saying he's
she was like, "There's no-"
underdeveloped baby.
Therefore,
ass bitch.
the trauma is mine. I had to kill him, and that's something I have to live with for the rest of my
Yeah.
life.
And she's
And I don't know
like,
if I can
Muse-
do that.
She said Muse and Daredevil, same
But-
dude. That's what she
but-
said.
But with all due respect, to quote the ancient proverb of the black community, niggas die every day, B. All right, it is what it is. Suck it up. Keep pushing. Jesus Christ. No, I'm just kidding. Killing a man is definitely
No, you
something
got
that
it.
no one should go through.
But I
But
think
the way she was talking when she was like, Daredevil and Muse are one and the same, just little boys under a mask. I'm like, bitch, he saved you. You just pulled the trigger. You are that person who just puts their name on the group
that's right,
project when all the
motherfucker.
other work is
I
done.
pulled the goddamn trigger.
I swear to God, she was making me
Saying
mad.
that while doing this is insane.
Like, even while she was fading off into consciousness, Daredevil was like trying to make sure she was okay and resuscitate her.
I think y'all's
And I'm just
problem
like, what?
with her and that whole scene and this whole aspect.
You're
I
right.
think
It's because she's a woman.
I think it's
obviously,
because
no problems with her.
I think
So
it's
that
just
she can rise up.
I think because the show's so poorly written, they're just like, okay, now we have to present an obstacle for Matt. What's his obstacle this episode? Well, that his girlfriend actually hates his alter ego and thinks that his alter ego is evil. They're like, okay, but how do we get this across? They're like, well, we have her
how do
tell
we make
him.
this make sense?
Yeah,
We
well,
don't.
we have her.
We just do it.
Yeah, they're like, okay, well, how do we present this? Well, we
Oh
have her
God.
tell him to his face that how exactly what she's thinking, why this is a problem, and it's just not.
It doesn't
You
work.
know-
It doesn't
You know-
work because it's not written.
You know what
well.
I think is a good example, like a good dichotomy?
No.
The way they did Amber in season 1 of Invincible is the energy I'm getting from Heather now, and I'm just like, stop.
I can
Stop.
see that.
This is a manufactured conflict that exists solely.
because you know
just
what they're
so-
trying to do.
Yeah,
but
you
it doesn't
can
work
see,
well.
it's not well formulated. It just seems out of nowhere.
It's-
If
and
they
then
had
you
built up throughout the series that she doesn't like vigilantes, like people in masks or whatever, a little bit more, I feel like I could have seen this, but I don't know.
that's a great point. I think to piggyback off what you're saying, I think that's exactly what I was going to say. Is that it's also this hate for vigilantes seems kind of far fetched because the only ones we've seen have been White Tiger, who does good, Daredevil, who does good, and then they have other ones
Punisher
they've
who
mentioned.
does good
Punisher
in a shitty way.
And they've
But he does good.
mentioned
He's
Spider-Man,
valid.
and they mentioned
Sometimes you gotta
Spider-Man who
get
does
down and
good.
dirty.
It's
I
like the
know,
only
I know,
bad,
but you know
the
what
only
I'm trying to say.
the only bad or evil vigilante has been Muse. So it's like you hate
Yeah.
vigilantes
He's
because
not a vigilante. He's a
well,
bitch.
masked vigilante,
Masked
whatever.
person.
You know how they're kind of grouping them all together.
Mhm.
So it's like, so what is it exactly you don't like? People protecting the streets? Because it seems like most of these guys are
And not
good.
only that,
So why
she's
is this
also
hate?
described it. She was like, I just find it so fascinating. That was literally like what she said before.
She wrote a book about it.
Yeah, she was like, it's so interesting. And now she's like, I fucking hate him.
It's
One of
crazy that,
them
like-
attacked her and almost killed her.
Yeah, I know.
And it's-
But she's
Maybe
like,
it's
she
crazy,
needs
like,
to go to a
pussy
therapist
beta
for
boys.
herself.
And now she's like, it's just seems like AZ
It's
said,
weirdly
it seems
inconsistent.
it seems so
Manufactured.
manufactured and like
It's
lazy.
definitely one of those moments where you can clearly see that this is a Frankenstein-esque project.
Yes.
Because I feel like that was something they had as an idea either in the first half or the second half of the reworks that just doesn't. I don't know, man.
doesn't work.
I could buy more so like her pushing away from Matt, right? Because Matt's going back into his devil ways, and he's becoming
devil
more,
ways.
more
He on
closed
that
off,
evil shit.
right? He's going more and more dark and more back to that wrath that he has. So through that aspect of the relationship, yeah, and I guess to a degree, maybe if she had some. I think maybe in the back of her head she knows Matt's Daredevil, and that's where she's getting this hostility
No,
from. But
there's
it's not
no
clear.
way.
She doesn't
It's
know.
not
No way.
clear.
She would have her stance would have been changed immediately. She'd been like, well, I understand why you have to do it. because
Yeah.
you're going through all this trauma and you went through this trauma as a kid. And
Yeah, she
da-da-da-da,
wouldn't have
and-
been like, I hate Daredevil. He's fucking evil. Fuck him.
Yeah.
If she thought
That's
he
a
was
good point.
Daredevil.
Exactly.
Yeah, then it's just a massive, like, weird plot hole that doesn't make much sense then.
It's
Shout out
badly
to-
written. This show sucks. It's mid. It's poorly written.
Not,
I won't
you
say it
like
sucks.
the
I won't
Minecraft
say it
movie,
sucks.
but something
Yeah,
that's
it sucks.
legitimately good.
It fucking
I don't
sucks,
understand
bro.
you.
Huh?
No,
Yeah,
see,
but before Minecraft movie, we didn't have anything. We still have this to compare. We
Yeah,
compare
there's-
this to season
There's
3.
not three seasons of Minecraft show that is one of
That's
the best
true.
things on television at the time that still holds up to this day. And then we have a follow up that's a whole pack of ass.
Yeah.
That's
But
why.
that just goes
and
back to
Minecraft
our-
is what. And Minecraft is Minecraft. There, it's like it's
It's two different apples and oranges. Different
apples and oranges. Exactly.
apples
and
Daredevil.
pears.
That's fair. That's fair.
If the tone of Daredevil was a lot more fun, a lot more carefree, I was laughing, they were cracking jokes, I'd probably be like, you know what? Writing's kind of shit. But when you have a
Okay.
show that's this, when you have a show that's tone is gritty and grounded and serious and works as a procedural, you need to have good writing. That's the whole basis of the show. Because you don't
Yeah.
have any other crutches, you don't have anything else to lean on. You don't have jokes and funny characters and actors overacting and stuff like that, like you do in something that's
Example.
much more comedic or much more lighter
Yeah.
tone.
Example,
I see
the
that.
Penguin
I see that.
show. The Penguin
Oh,
show.
yeah.
Yes, there was a crutch with the
This
Batman
fucking
movie,
show again.
but it stood on its own. The acting was phenomenal. The writing was phenomenal. I had literally next to no. I don't think I had a negative to say about the show. And I feel like the issue with Marvel, Disney as a whole, there's too much studio interference, too many hands in the kitchen on all their projects. Look at Captain America 4. We've mentioned this before. Pick one group of people, stick with one idea, and let competent people cook. That's one of the main things we always preach on this channel. And then two, fucking write good shit. Like, that's simple. I know it seems super simple, but it's a concept that some studios and filmmakers can't grasp. Spum C, trash ass films all around, dog shit. But hey, at least they keep the same people, so we know it's gonna be consistently ass. You know, here it's so inconsistent and confusing because like one episode I'm like, damn, this shit kind of fire. The next one I'm like, okay,
Damn,
wasn't
shit kind of
bad.
ass.
and then I see one like this, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to feel. Now the only thing the only thing that's keeping me locked in for this next episode, the finale, is I know my goat coming back, but a fuck niggas up. It's gonna be a good time. Swiss cheese day. And you know, we're gonna see how this culminates all 15.
But that's
different versions
crazy.
of
The fact that
show
you're like the fact that
into
you're like,
one thing.
the fact
I
that
want
you're
to
like
see how it goes.
the fact that you're like, oh, Punisher's coming back, and that's what's exciting about this, not the fact that, damn, I'm excited to see how this season culminates. Like the mystery's so interesting, or these character relationships are so interesting. I can't wait to see what happens to these characters. It's like that's what should be
There is
driving.
no mystery anymore.
Right,
They
but that's what
fucking
I'm saying.
killed Muse.
But that's what I'm saying is that's what should be
It's
driving.
Jover.
That's what should be driving the excitement for a season finale. Not the
I'm
fact
just
that I
saying,
know
bro.
Punisher is coming and this show is so ass
Now-
that I have nothing to look forward to except for John Bernthal's Punisher.
Yeah.
That's a failure. That's a
Let me put
failure.
it this way. I'm gonna just say it like this.
What's up?
Daredevil was not bad under a Democratic president.
Hey, not my
Insane.
Daredevil. Not my
I'm just
Daredevil.
saying.
Not my devil.
Certain guy got elected, and you know this shit.
Daredevil was better when
Now-
his hairline wasn't as pushed back.
Now,
Yeah.
that's just because Charlie Cox doesn't subscribe to like.
Motherfucker, go to
tweets.
Turkey, bitch. You rich as fuck. Go to Turkey, motherfucker. What are you
But
doing?
okay, now, but here's the thing. We said this before about Marvel shows and how them being like these 8 to 9 episode little epics
Stop
does
that
hurt
shit.
them a bit.
Stop
I
that
feel-
shit.
I feel like with the episodes we've gotten and how inconsistent they kind of are, quality wise, writing, story, right,
Mhm.
where it feels like a lot of stuff was left in the cutting room floor. I figured if you gave this, because we have 9 total episodes, right? Like next one
Next week is
is
the
9
end,
total, right?
and then we can
I
focus on some
think-
other good shit like The Last of Us.
Because Matt's definitely right. I was mainly waiting for Punisher. I've checked week to week waiting for my name to come back.
they
That's
they
really
fooled
what I'm
us,
mad
bro.
about.
That episode that was called Excessive Force, and then they started showing the task
And
force.
it's not the
I was like,
Punisher
let's fucking
episode.
go. Let's
What?
fucking go.
You
Also,
can have him
we
spin
haven't
off the
seen-
Snapchat too, it's
we haven't
fine.
seen the task force use excessive force at all.
They
Well, no.
yes, they
Until
did.
now.
They put
Put a
that
man's hand in a
inside
deep
of
fryer,
fucking
Luis.
deep
That's
fryer.
not normal police
They put who?
procedure. They put a
They
man's
put that-
hand
they
in a
put
deep
no,
fryer.
no, not just a man.
Oh,
They put
sure.
a reporter's hand
Sure.
in deep
Okay.
fryer.
We've had him for 3 episodes, and they've done one violent act. Come on.
Yeah.
What are we
Fair.
doing?
What
are we
do
doing?
hear a lot. We do get told a lot of what they do. I
That's
would like to-
bad.
this
That's
is-
lazy
the part-
writing.
That is fair.
This is the
That is
part
fair.
where
so
Graham.
lazy.
This is the part where Graham will step in and say, "Well, we're gonna get more as we go into Devil's
Graham's gonna
Reign."
be like, well, in the comics, it's mostly said too.
No.
Look,
But
look,
but
and-
here's the thing too.
Love
Also,
you,
is
Graham.
that
Where you at?
this
Yeah.
season was supposed to be much longer.
There's
They
no
cut
internet
it.
where he is.
Mhm.
This season was supposed
That's
to be like
true.
18 episodes long. They
In a
cut.
Dust Bowl.
They cut it and made 2 seasons out of the stuff that has already been filmed.
I genuinely think
Jesus
the
Christ.
lowest. I think legitimately the lowest amount of episodes this season should have been was 12.
Yes.
Lowest. That way you can
Yeah.
get the
Mhm.
Kamala episode, right? The Kamala episode doesn't even have to be a full episode. It could just be a background thing for that matter.
But that means that they would have to have had a plan, AZ. That means that they would have
Right.
had to
Right.
know
The
what the
sweet
fuck they were
spot.
doing.
The
right,
sweet
right.
spot for
But
episodes
it,
on a
think
show
about this.
like this should be like 15 to 20 max.
But
22
think about it-
if you're
think about it like
feeling
this, right?
spicy.
in an ideal world, right, where the MCU chose this show onward to lock in, as opposed to waiting until like Thunderbolts to actually give a damn about their properties, right? In an ideal world, this thing would have been at the very lowest amount, 12 episodes. It wouldn't have been perfect, but we still would have
15.
gotten enough ways for those characters. No, I feel like 15 would have been stretching. I'm not.
Well, motherfuckers thought that they were locked in and that they cared about the property because they did all those reshoots and they thought
Right.
and they didn't like the direction of the original story.
Right. And that does go to show this definitely could have been much worse. But I feel like this definitely needs a lot more room to breathe, because when you devote an entire episode to characters and exposition and setup and payoff, it doesn't really go anywhere. And then the next episode, which I'm assuming is going to be like an all hell's breaks loose, no whole bar, fucking foo bar, full on balls to the walls finale. Cool, but I don't
Disagree.
I don't feel like it's. I don't feel like the same way. Like this is a crazy comparison because it's so vastly different in quality, but it's that same like gritty kind of grounded tone, so to speak. With you know how in the Penguin, right? You had all these moving pieces. You saw it was slowly building. It was like a powder keg ready to go off, and then it gets that finale, and everything just goes mile a fucking minute. Boom, boom, boom. You feel like you've been going through all these loops and you finally hit that hill and then you hit that drop, right? This feels like a roller coaster that is a straight line, and then a speed bump, and then a straight line, like a fucking Goofy Goober's Wonderland from SpongeBob. I feel like I don't feel the same intrigue. And I think it took me a while to share a point of view with Luis, but I can't believe I'm saying it, but I might have bogged myself down from this episode. After because it doesn't really pick up until like the last 5-10 minutes out of 40 minutes, which is just
not good.
Egregious pacing wise.
Yes, that's egregious.
It's not good. I think the revelation that it was Vanessa that set it up, I thought would have been a bigger reveal, but then I was just like, I don't care as much as I thought I did, which is cool, I guess. But I don't know, man. It's just a lot more cracks are starting to show in this Daredevil sequel show, and it's
we've seen Daredevil.
The difference with this one, and then and I know it's hard to compare a show and a movie. At least with Captain America: Brave New World, yes, you can tell it was 4 different movies in one, but it still worked, and it was still a great time overall. Action sequences are fantastic. Story, to an extent, made sense, and I had quarrels with it, but I didn't have bad quarrels. Daredevil, like Luis said earlier, there's already a precedent set with seasons 1 through 3 of Netflix Daredevil, so the bar is high as fuck. You have to match that level, and when you have 52 different stories going on in 9 episodes, you're not matching shit. You're playing Jenga when you're supposed to be playing fucking Galaga. What are you doing, bro? 2 different things. Wood blocks versus actual game, where they get together. So when you come into like example, season 2 of Netflix Daredevil starts off. It's literally called Bang. It starts with a bang. Introduces the Punisher, my goat. we don't get that same energy here. We don't get that same vibe here. There's one split second where Matt locked in and fucked that cop dude up in that filler episode. I was like, all right, we're getting somewhere. And then poof, gone until he came back to stop Muse from killing White Tiger number 5 or whatever number she becomes White Tiger. It's falling very flat at points for me, a little bit too much more so than the high points. So I don't know. I'm off that train. I'm off the bandwagon.
I agree. We've seen Daredevil 3 times this season.
Mm-hmm. The beginning, that one episode, and then that's it.
Huh? What? It's called Daredevil Born Again. What the fuck are we doing? I would have much
rather
Matt
Murdock, Attorney at Law.
I would have much rather they had doubled down on that bullshit and given us that instead of this half-ass bullshit that they're giving us now. But whatever, man. It's just frustrating. It's annoying because I watched season 3, which I had never seen, in preparation for Born Again, and it's just the dip in quality is astounding. It's insane how much
diabolical.
It's diabolical how much worse this show is than those 3 seasons of Daredevil, Netflix Daredevil. But I don't know, man. We'll see when this mid-ass fucking finale drops, what happens or whatever. I don't know, man.
I don't think the finale will be mid. I think it's because everything else before it has been so lackluster. It's gonna feel like, oh my god, this is great. But
it's like what's it called? Like how everybody said that suddenly Invincible is the greatest comic book animated adaptation of all time because of that final episode. It's like
they're wrong.
That final episode is beautiful, but it does not make the overall experience great. And to add on to what Matt was saying earlier, like comparing this to the Frankenstein project that is the Captain America Brave New World movie,
banger.
I feel like it's even worse for this, specifically because with Captain America, that's like 2 hours, right? But it's a one-time experience. You consume it in that moment. You don't have time to digest it necessarily week to week like you do with this. This episode, a lot of what's happened is I will watch the episodes the day we're about to record or like the day before, and I'll watch them like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then I'll wait, and then I'll kind of be thinking about that episode more and more. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm looking forward to the next one because I don't know what the fuck is going to happen. And it's not in a way that I'm like, oh man, anything could go down, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. It's in a way where I'm like, I feel like I'm not going to get anything that I actually want to see because the show is just all over the place.
Ass. Booty cheeks, rear end,
I think,
dog shit, boo boo.
It's not dog shit.
Like Matt was saying about Minecraft.
But ass,
boo boo, cheeks, rear end, backside.
What I will give this show,
buttocks,
right? Even though the episodes feel kind of anthology-esque because they don't seem as very well interconnected as they should be, right? Either tonally or how they're shot, or writing wise or character wise, right? At the very least, I have a good time with the majority of the episodes, which is better than I can say for like what is the demon version of this fucking Iron Fist, right? I'm at least mildly entertained with this, and I'll give it that. I do also kind of regret the fact that they killed Muse and they just kind of left that mystery to rot. They're probably going to tease him for like season 2, be like, we found this document dating back 30 years, but the kid couldn't have done it or some stupid shit, which I feel like isn't going to really feel good because they're probably just going to shoehorn Muse in for 3 episodes next season and then kill him off again. Back burner it. But I do think
he's going to get killed by White Tiger's niece.
But I do think that this show
White Tiger 3.
Wait a minute. Speaking of that, Hector Ayala mystery, I am so fucking confident that when that mystery is solved of like who shot him, it's gonna suck.
It's gonna be the black cop they keep showing.
The light skinned cop, yep.
Yeah.
Light skin, well, it looks like
the final
one.
What?
Not Cherry, the ATV, the task force guy.
Task force guy.
The one with the scruff, the gray beard.
Bright eyes.
Talk about him. I don't care.
No,
Not
but that's the one who they're gonna.
Yeah, I know. I already
know
the one
who killed him.
I know it's going to be a very unsatisfying reveal because that felt like it was going to be like the main mystery of the show for a little bit because the Muse thing got ended so abruptly and it's just taking a back seat. And
Exactly.
I think the
It's almost like the writing is dog shit.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily dog shit, Luis, because it's a Frankenstein project. So I would say more so than anything, it's inconsistent compared to dog shit because I've seen dog shit writing.
It's almost.
I know what dog shit is.
It's almost dog shit. Yeah.
It's almost dog shit,
dog piss.
but it's not quite there. It's piss. It's at least piss.
I am being
it's-
dramatic. I'm being hyperbolic. Of course, it's
Yeah.
not dog shit. It's just I'm very frustrated at how
Oh, we've seen dog shit
It is-
MCU shows.
It is very
Secret Invasion
frustrating.
comes right to mind.
It is very frustrating with how inconsistent the show is, but there are, I would say, more things that I like about it than I don't. I would say specifically with this latest episode,
They brought back
which
Swordsman.
has really cemented something that I think I believe it was season 3 or 4 Daredevil when they introduced Bullseye.
This
Three.
is
What
season
season?
4.
Season 3?
This is season
Okay, so
4.
this
They're
is
double
spiritual
technically.
season 4, right? Okay. This show has done an amazing job of making me genuinely afraid of Bullseye. I'll say that. I'll give it that.
that's crazy. 'Cause
I-
he hasn't done shit this season.
I'm not
He's
scared.
literally
If
killed
that's what I'm
Foggy
saying. That-
and
I
killed
could take
2
him
cops.
and not
That's
in a
it.
fight.
Now, that took me a second to get that. But that's
Valid.
the thing, though. This show is giving me a very, very
Wilson
little.
Bethel. Welcome to the
It's-
Cinestro Corps.
but it's giving me very little to like really like harp on and really like sink my teeth into. So I got to focus on the small bits that I get. And Bullseye,
Looks like a
Even
cooler
though-
Dave Franco.
even though he's not really on screen a whole lot, he still feels like a very looming presence. Because like when he had his face bashed in by Matt, and then goes into that med bay in the prison, and he spits it, and he reveals like how like the officer hears a click, and he's like, "What the fuck? You're bound. How did you do that?" And he shoots the tooth. It reminded me of like that scene in the 2003 movie where he flicks
Yeah,
the
where
fucking
he killed the fly.
yeah, where he has the paperclip and he gets
Yeah,
and,
was
like,
it in that
flicks
dude's
the
neck?
guy's neck.
Yep.
Yeah, it
And he
gave
goes-
me that kind of energy, and I was like,
He goes,
"Bullseye." Like, it's to the
Like
point
his
to where
clip.
like where I look at him and I'm like, oh no, this like when he was walking into the gala and he has the sniper rifle, or just him grabbing that fork in general, I was like, everyone in this room is going to fucking die.
And
Holy
we
shit.
saw none of it.
because they
That
showed that
does
guy
make
already
me sad.
stabbed in the head with the
It
barbecue
wasn't in the
fork.
budget.
It's just it's so crazy to me. Like you got Bullseye, who's like essential to Daredevil.
His arch
He's kinda-
nemesis.
He's kind of
Yeah,
absent, you know.
I'd say so.
They had that man in a Dick's Sporting Goods ski mask in the first episode, running around throwing shit. Give him his costume, man.
I mean,
Let
this
that nigga wear
is
the
a,
costume. Let him
he's
do
so
some
fucking
shit.
intertwined with them, and you don't see him do much. This is a character in
No.
the comic who makes a point to kill every single one of Daredevil's girlfriends out of pettiness. He waits for
Hey,
this man to fall in
show
love,
is
surveys
not
all their
over
dates,
yet.
and then does that.
Show's not over yet. We still got one.
I need him in
episode.
costume, bro. Just give me a good Bullseye costume, not that Dick's Sporting Goods hodgepodge bullshit from the first episode.
That boy was wearing some
But what
damn
are-
511 pants.
What are you guys' expect hype meter for the finale?
I think I'm at like a 6, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Cautious
I don't expect
7.5.
Gerardo?
Cautious 7.
Do we have
I
just
re-
one episode left? It's finale and that's
Yeah.
it?
This
Yeah.
is it until 2026.
Realistic
Like a-
6, cautious 7.
I'll take a 5. I really don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind
Gerardo's
of
got
there,
ball up
man.
top.
I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. I don't
Same.
give a fuck.
I'm a 5. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
It's
I
gonna
saw
happen.
that.
I'm gonna talk about it for the podcast, and I'm gonna forget about it for the next year and a half.
I say cautious 7 because I know Punisher's gonna be in it, and that part's gonna be fucking. He's gonna be doing what he do best.
Right.
I'm gonna be
And-
right there
Shit
with
up.
him, be locked
And-
in.
And
But
and
everything else is
truthfully,
gonna be butt cheeks,
we're not and for any listeners thinking that we're
gluteus
being
maximus.
too harsh on this show when it's just kind of okay, it's not that it's bad or like
Stale.
actually dog shit or terrible. It's exactly, Matt. It's stale.
It's
And the
stale.
MCU has been stale for so fucking long. We just want one thing to exceed our expectations and consistently do that. But we can't even get that until Thunderbolts, because that's going to be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be
good.
great.
Inshallah, it's gonna be great. Oh man, but I don't know, man. I feel like I'm watching the valedictorian of my high school class do fentanyl on the side of the road, dude.
It feels like I'm doing seeing the valedictorian of my high school class opening OnlyFans.
Jesus.
Mine did actually.
It's like you have so much potential. I see so much in you. Why are you doing
Yeah.
this to yourself? I believed in you so hard, and you're letting me down.
This is
No.
But you gotta tell
Marvel-
us your hype meter for the finale, man.
Oh, mine was
Marvel's
7.
gone from Tom Brady to Jenny
7?
Manziel.
That's
Just
crazy,
fucking
bro.
wasted
I say
potential,
7.
bro.
I said 7 because Punisher gonna punish. I want to see what I want to see is a page ripped straight out of the comics and see Punisher deal with these Glazer cops. I really
I
want
wanna
to
see a
see
good
that.
show, but go off.
You know, Marvel don't have the balls for it. Marvel, no
They don't.
stones, no sack, no cojones, nothing.
They're
would-
generational fence sitters, man. They're not gonna do it.
They're never gonna do an ACAB storyline. Are you
Bro,
fucking kidding me?
they had fucking
They
Sam
should.
Wilson give a speech in the Winter Soldier show where where the whole thing was telling the government people like, "Hey,
Be
do
nice to
better.
people.
I have no solutions, but do better." Like, fuck you. Come on.
That's on poor writing. They should
Oh
have had
my
him.
God.
They should have had him give him a speech like Steve gave that speech in the helicarrier in Winter Soldier.
Talking
Man,
about
I don't know.
speeches, that's a wrap for this.
Christ,
Jesus.
that was bad.
Sorry,
Nah,
guys, I tried.
Speaking of bad,
Jesus,
Doing
do
it bad.
it.
Speaking of rap, speaking of bad, that's it on Daredevil Born Again.
That's it for this episode.
But
It's like 7 outros.
hopefully, you know the drill. Go ahead and follow us on the team.
speaking of outros, next week is the outro of Daredevil Born Again.
That's actually great. That's perfect.
Yeah, you're
And
welcome.
then the intro to The Last of Us season 2.
I'm not
That's
watching
right,
that.
baby.
I'm
No,
actually
we-
very
We
excited for
don't
that.
I'm
separate
taking a
ourselves.
hiatus. Free
Why?
Palestine.
Oh,
I'm not watching that.
You literally watched Minecraft.
Whatever.
Jack Black's Zionist ass.
I don't
was in
want to
that.
look at Bella Ramsey. Fine, you got me.
She does have a
Oh,
weird
fun.
porcelain doll face,
They-
but it's fine.
They,
Oh, they-
yeah.
They,
Yeah, you-
my fault.
you
Yeah.
Stop being a
fucking
bigot.
yeah,
They
you fucking
are
bigot.
fucking ugly.
The Alphabet Squad is going to
Big Daddy
revoke
You
my
think because you
membership.
like dick
Sorry.
sometimes
Michael.
you can be a bigot? No, sir.
Yes.
Stop
Oh.
it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Is that not the point?
I thought that's why I sucked all those dicks. Was I not supposed to? Is that not part of the membership? Or-
Membership.
You know what? Yeah, you're good, AZ.
Anyway,
Speaking of
follow us at
good.
Cinestro Corp for good stuff because we're on all platforms. Sinestro Corp without the S. Legally, we
Nice.
can't do it because we're in a lawsuit, not a suit. We still can't use S's legally.
We're a lost-
Oh my god.
We're a lost oot.
Lost.
No.
Law
Follow-
oot.
I
Follow
explained
AZ at Tari Singo.
Do that.
There is
There's
no-
nonsense over there in comic book idiocy. It's like what I do here, but by myself and sadder.
Twitch.tv/Tari Singo for the gaming, for the everything in betweening. And of course the homies at Backstage OL, tapping with them. All the news that you want for comics, movies, TV shows, etc. will be right there. Until next time, it's been a pleasure. Love y'all. See you on the next episode of the Cinestro Core.